What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. I know I made another video on this earlier, but being that it's the end of the day, we had our closing period. I just thought I'd go over it. So here we are. Here we are, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal what happened, because what we did was we closed below the 50. Like further below the 50, right? I guess we opened below it, but we closed further below it. Definitely, to me, signaling that we are gearing up for a downside move. We had this nice little, where is it? Was it this one? I don't know. It was kind of a bullish 4-hour. Maybe this one came all the way up and then it came back down. Maybe it was this one. It looked like it wanted to close bullish, but you actually had that bearish move down, psyching people out. We have a lot of very, I would say, psych out price action. I mean, you can see it right now, being above 30K right here. There's a lot of warnings on YouTube. There's a lot of people saying, even in the headlines, people are calling for, like on the news headlines, calling for this downside move to just be fake. You know what I mean? Like don't worry about it, guys. It's okay. This is normal. Blah blah blah. And generally, when I hear that, even if it's true, you tend to move lower than that, right? The price loves to prove people wrong, man. And a lot of people have been putting it out there that, this, don't worry about it, man. Even if it goes lower, this is just a shakeout. And it is a shakeout. I think it totally is a shakeout, but I think it's going to go lower. I don't think this is done yet. And we can see that in the charts, because on a daily closing period, this is where the candle closed, was right here, right? The last low of a close that we had was over here, and wouldn't you know it, we closed lower. In fact, guys, technically, this is technical analysis here. We do not have a confirmed break, but we did finally break out of this range. You want to know what happened last time we broke out of this range? Well, we were right up here, and then the next day we went down. so could we have a fantastic day to the upside? It's possible. It's possible. This has been anything but an honest price range, and we are not that far out of it. So to say that we've broken it, I'd say is presumptuous. I do think that we technically have broken it, but I don't think we've proven it yet. We still have to verify that, right? You have to do what they call a confirmed break. This could be a fake out just as much as this was a fake out. And guess what? That wouldn't be totally weird, because this range has been nothing but fake outs, man. As soon as you have a lower daily close, what do? You go up. And then while you're going up, you have this big wick to the downside, big wick to the upside. You still move up. You finally have a higher daily close. What do? You go down. You have a lower daily close. What do? You go, it's madness. It's madness. So could we go up from here? We absolutely could. We did it the last 12 times. So I'm not holding my breath just yet. I do ultimately believe that we go down. I very much do believe that we go down. I still believe that we're going to go below this purple line, which right now is sitting right around 28,400. It's right there. It's basically right there. So I do think that we go below that. We might close below it. We might wick below it. However long we are below this, it will probably not be longer than a week. It'll probably just be a few days. It might not even be a day. It might be an hour, but we will, regardless, whether it's an hour or about a few days, I wouldn't even think that we'd be below there for close to a week. But I am going to say within an hour to a week. We won't be down here for a long time is what I'm trying to say. And if we close below it, whatever. If we wick below it, whatever. It's not significant to me one way or another. Because at that point, the long-term RSI, we would still very likely be above the 50 still. And anytime that you're above the 50 but below the purple line, it's a good time to buy. We're not that far away from this. I don't think that a move like that would be enough to push this below the 50. It does take a lot to move this thing. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean, right? Here we were down here, right? All the way at 25K on a closing basis, 25.1K. And here it was at 49.8, okay? And what did we do by the time that we had our daily closing top up at from 25.1 to 30,700? What did we do? From 49.8 down here, we moved up to 54, okay? So it takes, that wasn't, not even 54.8, 54.54, so not even 5 points, you know what I mean? Not even 5 points, and we moved up more than $5,000. So if we were to move less than $2,000 from here, are we gonna move more than 3 points? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So I do think that we will get this setup, this bullish setup to buy, where you I don't even know if it's a bullish setup. I'm calling it a bullish setup, because I do think when we go down here, we're gonna go back up, but I do think we're gonna go down there. Are we gonna do that today? Are we going to do that tomorrow? Are we going to do that this week? I'm inclined to believe that we are going to do that sooner than later. I do think that we're ready to break out of this range. We might even technically have done it today or yesterday, technically by the closing period, but that's yet to be seen. Again, any time that we've gotten a lower low or a higher high in a closing basis, we have reversed price. This thing has been ping-ponging and just messing with people. So I'm not holding my breath until we have what they call a confirmed break, which it has not confirmed yet. Yes, it's broken. Yes, it has, but it has not confirmed yet. So we're waiting for that. We're waiting for that. Let's see on the 4-hour if we can see anything. At the moment, we do have hidden bearish divergence presenting itself. We definitely do. We are below the 50. Or we're below we're below the purple line, but we are above the 50 on the 4 hours. So that's generally a good time to buy. You even kind of bounced off the 50, but you've been below this purple line. You haven't. This to me, man, I do think you go lower. I think this is one of those exceptions where we do go lower. And then let's just see on the 4-hour too if we get any. It doesn't look like there's too much respect on the 4-hour. Kind of, not really. Kind of not really. So I'm not, again, I wouldn't put too much weight on this for the 4-hour, you know what I mean? It has more weight, this definitely respects the daily and the weekly more. And I know it looks like it doesn't respect it here, but look, you found support here, you found resistance back here, we keep going back, you literally tipped it right there. You broke through it here, sure, whatever. You found resistance here. You even had a fake out, right? You broke above it, showed bullish, but fake out rejection. Resistance, whatever. You broke above it here. This was another kind of a fake out, but if we were to look at the short-term RSI, or no, it was the 4-hour RSI. I'm not going to go that far back on the 4-hour, but there was bearish divergence presenting itself. So there are instances where you can have this and it can still be bad. You just have to use your other indicators and your wits about you to identify that. But I'm getting off topic here, guys. I think I've said what I wanted to say. I do ultimately think we go lower. Very likely that the price, whether it's a closing period or a wicking period, I would expect that the price goes below 28,430. I would expect that. But, as the days go on, this line does continue to go higher. So maybe I would say I'd feel safer saying below 28,500. It very likely goes below that. And again, whether it's a wick or a closing basis, I don't know. But guess what? Guess what's right around 28,500? This previous high. It's totally normal to make a move up, come down, find support, and then boom, then you're off. I don't know why it's doing this, but with that, I think I'm going to end it. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.